This past Thursday, NLW presented another exceptional house show live from Portland, Oregon, on the heels of a wild night at NLW 101 in Chicago, as we head closer to WrestleMania, and during a company war between No Limits Wrestling and Metal Wrestling, the atmosphere was certainly tense to say the least. But here's an update for NLW 102. Next Saturday, you will see a Road to Houston special recapping all of the action heading into that episode. And then in 2 weeks' time, NLW 102 will premiere here on YouTube. Right now though, we're going to show some exclusive photos from the action that took place in Portland of the live event and go through all of the results on this night. But before any of the action actually got underway, several metal wrestlers were in attendance in the front row, including Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, John Morrison, Darby Allin, Gail Kim, and Sasha Banks. And they are on hand to witness some incredible action from NLW, including the opening contest. Dax Harwood from FTR took on the time splitter Kushida. Kushida, just days away from facing Tetsuya Naito on a special episode of Turbo, made a fantastic impression, escaping the brainbuster of Dax to lock in the hoverboard lock and secure the submission victory. Another great win for Kushida as the NLW fans anxiously await his television debut. Next up in the evening, another newcomer, Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk monster, went one-on-one with the machine gun Carl Anderson of the OC. As much as Anderson tried, he simply wasn't enough to overcome the power that Archer possessed. Once Archer hoisted him up for the blackout, it was all over for Anderson. And afterwards, the Atlas champion Keith Lee came down to ringside to take a closer look at the damage done by Archer. Of course, this is a result of Lance Archer challenging Keith Lee to a championship match, which we are waiting to hear if and when it's made official. In the next contest, a local independent competitor from Portland, Oregon, Tucker Knight, had the opportunity of a lifetime when he competed in an NLW match against none other than the incredible Tetsuya Naito. The fans did rally behind their hometown boy, however Tetsuya Naito was toying with Tucker Knight from the onset. And after a brutal Destino, it was all over for Tucker Knight, Tetsuya Naito continuing to disrespect the local hometown boy. Naito had better not be this nonchalant when he faces Kushida in an upcoming episode of NLW Turbo. Women's division action was on the horizon next when the women's champion Ronda Rousey, accompanied by Shayna Baszler, went one-on-one with rookie Anna Jay. As much as she tried, Anna Jay could not withstand the onslaught of Rousey, tapping out in under 3 minutes. The Rowdy One adds another victim to her list, as the question remains, who is left to face Rousey for that women's championship, and will a new challenger emerge in 2 weeks' time on NLW 102? The X-Division champion Mustafa Ali had a tough task on his hands when he went one-on-one with Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Era. Ali, coming off the heels of a victory over Will Ospreay on NLW 101, was struggling against the Messiah of the Backbreaker. Despite this, Ali made his comeback and got the fans rallying behind him in a big way. It was at this point that the Undisputed Era came down to ringside to try and help out Roddy, until Leo Rush came down to the ring with a chair to fend them off. Rush, of course, was the one who stopped the Adam Cole interference in Red Dragon's match on NLW 101. After some more back and forth, Ali eventually hit the 054 to secure the victory. Individually, the Undisputed Era has had a rough week, but as a unit, they are near unstoppable. In fact, after what Adam Cole suggested to Finn Balor in Chicago after NLW went off the air, could we be seeing a new member added to the Undisputed Era soon? The NLW Tag Team titles were on the line next as the Los Ingobernables unit of Angel Garza and Andrade El Idolo defended the titles against the former champions, the Young Bucks. A Lucha-inspired masterpiece transpired before the Portland fans. Sure, LIJ defeated the Lucha Brothers in Denver, but could they withstand the challenge of the Bucks here? Ultimately, one risk too many proved to be the downfall of Matt and Nick Jackson, as a Meltzer driver attempt was countered into a surprise roll-up for the Free. With another victory under their belt, Los Ingobernables are on quite the roll, with Naito's match against Kushida coming up on Turbo, and that big 6-man tag they're involved in on NLW 102. Who can stop this faction? In a highly anticipated grudge match, the man who has had his issues with NLW Commissioner Shawn Michaels, Kenny Omega, took on the EVP Triple H's hand-picked insurance policy, Kevin Owens, in a no disqualification match. This match was as brutal as we expected, they brawled throughout the crowd for the majority of the early going. There were tables, chairs, trash cans, you name it. The pent-up aggression of Omega was on full display when he went after Owens. However, Shawn Michaels came down to ringside to assist Owens and to get revenge for the numerous attacks Omega had inflicted on HBK over the past month. Omega took care of Michaels, but a chair to the spine and a pop-up powerbomb through a table scored Kevin Owens the victory. With the boss fighting against him, how will Kenny Omega cope in NLW heading into WrestleMania? And what will Shawn Michaels do to further punish the cleaner Kenny Omega? Main event time, and it featured a special all-star 10-man tag team match. The Ministry, represented by NLW champion Jeff Hardy, The Undertaker, Buddy Murphy, Christian and Viscera, took on Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus of the Jurassic Express, Bradshaw and Farouk of the APA, and the man who the Ministry locked in a casket on NLW 101, Kane. Throughout the match, there seemed to be tension brewing between Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, stemming from NLW 101. The Ministry did overcome this and took control by isolating Jungle Boy from his team. Once Luchasaurus got in, however, momentum shifted in a big way. He hit nearly everything in sight and looked extremely impressive as he did on NLW 101. The APA were great protection for the team also, using powerful tandem offense on the big 500-pound Viscera. The Undertaker, on the other hand, manhandled the APA to turn the match around for the Ministry, and things were looking up. That was until the Big Red Machine made his way to the ring, dominating the competition. Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker were actually arguing about who should be the one to take out Kane, and whilst this bickering continued on the outside, Kane hit a vicious chokeslam onto Christian Cage to score the win for his team. Luckily for the Ministry, Bayley calmed Kane down before any more damage could be inflicted. As for the Ministry, they were again confronted by the spokesperson for the higher power, Evil Uno. But wait a minute, we don't want to spoil what happened there just yet, folks. Witness what happened when Evil Uno confronted The Undertaker, and what happened when the metal wrestlers at ringside decided to get involved in the situation. Let's just say, you won't want to miss it. And we will show you the footage in its entirety this Monday night here on the channel. Make sure you like the video if you're excited to see the conclusion to this live event from Portland on Monday. Comment down below what you're most looking forward to when NLW 102 premieres live from Houston, Texas. And remember to subscribe to No Limits Wrestling to keep up with all the exciting matches. That's it from me. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys later.